fifth man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from Seattle. Powering his way forward. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19.
That's a good start to the ball game. Maybe a little bit of a tone setter offensively. They come out throwing right away, and it's an early completion and a quick first down.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll run with Mims. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. Now here's Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Come on, set! Hey, smash!
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
70 Timberwolves. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Trap 60, trap 60. Check over.
2nd and 6. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Seahawks had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Shut up. Cougar 19.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Cup 19. Cup 19. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Shut up.
They'll run with Allen. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, he'll drop to throw to Allen on the dump off. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now they'll change things around before the snap. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Seahawks 7, Buccaneers 0.
Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Pacheco will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Their own 27-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He'll air this one out for Mims. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
18, Pioneer.
They go play action here on first down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now Mahomes. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown. George Kittle, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers have got it back to within a score. Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it second down. They'll set up a throw. Allen here on the screen. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Ready?
Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
15. Attack! Hey, 15. Come back!
Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain.
Easy. Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Cooper Kupp
With career touchdown number 91, he joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others.
And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. In motion left comes Moss. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Cameron Sample able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel, okay? So when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
But we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
15, 15. Yellow. 43, 43. Eyes on.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10.
19 Lion. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Go check, go check. Set up.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
A big play there on the catch and run. 57 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Cougar 19. Check, 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 check.
They run the draw play. Allen. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Let's go now. Rig alert, rig alert. Go street. Ready.
Here's Pacheco headed right.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
This is caught.
And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
They'll run here with Pacheco.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Pacheco once more.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Isaiah Pacheco with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
On for the PAT, Tbmv3 Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the 2nd half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Yellow, yellow. I don't need to.
Mahomes now to throw.
And this one complete again to Mims.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Hey, 57, 57.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Attack, attack.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down one score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bucs try it on 4th down to come up empty. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Sidney Brown with it.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Attack, attack! 15. Yellow! Yellow! Attack!
Now here's Mahomes. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Drake Jackson. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now it's Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, the defense got its job done, forcing the punt. Now the formula pretty simple. They need to find the end zone here. A field goal doesn't help them much.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Yellow! Hey, 57, 57!
He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Throw caught by H.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
They'll start the drive here with Pacheco.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Let's go now. Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll set up to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow. 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 15, 15. Right, right.
Mahomes to throw it.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Right, right. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Right, right.
Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
Hey, 43, 43, 15. Attack, attack. Hey, yo, hey, go, 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 go. Right, right.
Here's Mahomes.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's 4th down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
15. Right, right.
Mahomes will throw.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Go.
On third down, it's Pacheco.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
A 51-yard attempt.
And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until